Welcome to Zipgrade. Zipgrade allows you to grade automatically via your phone or tablet any type of Scantron type test. So you give them the test, you give them a standardized Scantron, they fill it out, you scan it in, it automatically dumps it into the computer so you have an instantaneous record, and it also records the grade for you as well, grades it. Now, you get 100, as you can see here, 100 scans a month for free. If you want unlimited, it's merely $7 a year. Yes, a year. So it's actually rather cheap if you do have to go with the paid option. But I'm going to forgo the setting up an account, assuming you'll be able to do that yourself. Once you set up an account, you come to this screen. You can start out by setting up your classes. And you'll see you can create a new class. So you add a new class, and in here I have students. I don't want to show those students, but I have students already in here. So actually, before you do that, you'll probably want to go over to students. And unfortunately they are. But you can add students to this, and then once you add students to it, you go to classes, and then you can add a class, which I did a test class. You click on that, you can edit the class and change the name, or you can edit the roster. Here's where you'll add and delete students. So you click on this, it'll give you all the students that you had already entered. You just click on them, press the arrow, and it'll pop them into the class. You can have a grade book here if you want, as well be included, and you can archive it. But it's nice because it keeps a digital record of all this and their actual scans. Now, the reason I wanted to throw this out there, not only is it nice to have a paper Scantron, but during this COVID crisis, they added an online submission free for all levels. So you can do it for free. I'm not sure how much the regular cost would be for that, but they're doing it online for free. So I thought we'd go in and try that. You go over to quizzes. And I did a test one right here. Actually, let's just add a new one. Add a new quiz. And it brings you to basically your control screen. Test 2. Now here's where you come down here and you have standard answer form. How many of our questions your test quiz exam is, go with the one equal to or above it. So if you have 25 questions, use the 51. If you have 20, use the 20. If you have 72, use the 101. Now if you want to do it online, you just have to click that online submission button and assign it to which class. In this case, I'll just use the test one. And save quiz. So remember, it was test 2, so this brings in your edit screen. So to change it in any way, you click on here, edit. This is for the details. This is not the answer. Enter the answer key, but you can change the name. You can edit the answer key, and that's where you pick the correct answers for them. Now here's the online submission. You have to click enable for it to work. So now it's enabled. So when you go into the actual, they tell you in the instructions that it should be disabled and you have to enable it. So you enable it. It gives you the URL to send them to. Now, this URL is the test as well. So you come up here and upload the PDF questions. So you take your file that you have on your computer, you find that file with all the questions themselves on it, blank test, click on it, it'll come up here, you upload the selection, and I'm just going to delete. When you upload the selection, it'll automatically put that on there. So now when you go to this, not only this URL, not only will you get the Scantron that they can do online, but to the right of it, you'll have the test questions. They'll hit submit at the end, and then it will actually populate based on this. Now, with that being said, go back to when we went to the student. When you add a student, you assign them a number. If they use that number each time, it'll pop in with their name and their number, and everything will line up great. If they don't, just as long as they still put their name on it, which they're required to, you'll know who it is. But it makes it easier if you assign a number to them, and then they use that the whole time. Alright, let's go back to quizzes. And I think I saw one so you can actually see the questions next to it. So here's the URL, so I just copy that. They got to put their name in the box, so this is me taking the test. Check the little box there, and then I start the quiz. So this is what the students see. Alright, now here all you have is the answer. I apparently didn't upload it on this one, but if you uploaded those questions next to it, this would be shifted over just to the left a little bit. And all right in here would be a separate document that would have the uploaded test that you put in there. Now, there is one downside to it. Obviously, this isn't timed. There's no way you can time limit this. So, it would, for all intents and purposes, be open book because you know the students will be in the book or Googling or whatever to get the answer. So, understand that. If you did need a timer where it was a little bit more locked down, Quizzes is a great tool. Kahoot, any of them where you can adjust how much time you give per question. Alright, if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.